Which dating apps are the best if you want to find the right woman as a man who's stable in life? Perhaps you're a business owner or a man with a successful career and you want to find somebody for the long term. Marriage, maybe you want to have a family. Maybe you realized, oh, Tinder really isn't for me. Maybe you've tried other dating apps. Maybe you've tried nothing and you're just a little bit confused because you hear all these stats on the internet that this many men swipe right this many times, women are only on apps for hookups. It's all a bunch of nonsense. Dating apps work. First of all, 60 to 70% of my clients find their girlfriend or wife through dating apps, okay? And there's how many more people in the world to do that? If they can do it, you can do it too. Now, if you're in the US, for example, or Central Europe, and you're looking for something meaningful for the long term, your best bet is probably Bumble, Hinge, Raya, The League, Tinder also, but it depends. Now, I'm not saying that Tinder doesn't work because Tinder is just for hookups nonsense. On all dating apps, you're gonna have women who just want hookups. You're gonna have women who just want a relationship, and you will have women who are open to both. Imagine like not even a bell curve distribution, because I don't even know what the percentages are, but perhaps it might even be like a bell curve type of distribution. But we've really found with our clients over the last year, especially, that performance on Tinder has really dropped. Now, still tested, but Bumble, Hinge, crushing it. Raya, The League, great. So these are some really, really good ones. For some Christian clients, maybe Christian Mingle. There are some political ones. If you're into that, I'm not either here nor there. But there are different apps that you can use depending on what you're looking for. Now, the most important thing you have to understand is it doesn't matter which app you choose if you don't have a great profile. You need to build a fantastic profile. You need to have fantastic pictures. You need to have a great bio. You need to have really good prompts that convey your personality authentically and effectively. There's a couple of components that make up a great profile. 4 types of photos you can have: professional photography, lifestyle, status, and social proof. Let's talk about these. When it comes to professional photography, you need to have pictures that show you from your absolute best. 2 to 3 photos of your entire profile, maximum 3, can be professional photography. Your best outfits. You gotta get somebody to help you with that, right? We help our clients with that. You can do it with us, you can do it with somebody else, doesn't matter. But you need outside feedback on outfits, because it doesn't matter how great the picture quality is if your outfit sucks. Really, I've seen it with clients over the years, unfortunately, where they sometimes don't listen to instructions and their outfits are just a 5 out of 10. And then you're just not gonna get the greatest results. Man, we say, yeah, women are so superficial. Well, dating apps are superficial, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. How on earth are you gonna convey the depth of your personality as a man on an app like that? It's just not gonna work. So you have to make sure that what you portray at a superficial high level, you can replace the word superficial with high, by the way, and all of a sudden it's no longer an issue, is maximized. If your outfits are a 5 out of 10 as opposed to a 10 out of 10, not gonna get the same results. So outfits, professional photography. Next one is lifestyle. That doesn't mean you need to fake something, just authentically show cool. Fly plane, show that, skiing, snowboarding, rock climbing, yoga, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. Give her an insight into what life would be like with you as a man and make it enticing. Basically, she has to see that you already have a great life, that you're not dependent on her to bring the fun and to bring the good emotions. Because so many women know that there's men who are just not that happy with their lives. And what woman on earth wants to join a man in life if his life is not exciting, if his life is not something that she would want to join, if his life is not something he already enjoys living? Now, you're looking at me now and you're saying, hey, David, but my happiness would go up tremendously if I had this amazing woman by my side. For sure, absolutely. But to get somebody like that, you already have to enjoy what you're doing, and it has to be conveyed. Because remember, the only things she knows about you is what's communicated. She'll only know about you what you communicate. So we got professional photography, lifestyle, now we have status building elements. Could be you giving a speech, you doing surgery. Show something that conveys status. There's a million ways to go about that. That would go too deep for today. But anything that shows you're a leader of men, you're a protector, you're settled in life, you're doing cool, right? Where you have status over other people. Sounds superficial, but that's how we as human beings work. You can get angry about the fact that if I drop the phone right now, that it's gonna fall down, and then I can get angry at the fact that gravity exists, or I can just learn to leverage gravity and do squats and let my muscles grow, right? Gravity exists. Some people use it to grow their muscles, other people use it to fall flat on their face. And the last category is social proof. You need to have social proof. Now, theoretically, you can be okay without it, but having a couple of pictures where you show yourself with other people will make a tremendous difference. And not just other people, with women. Now, it doesn't have to be Playboy lifestyle or some nonsense, no. But women trust the judgment of other women very well. So if they see that you're, for example, you're at a wedding, cousin one here, cousin two here, nobody knows. You're not pretending, you're not making something up, you're not lying, but you're in the presence of other women. That's extremely powerful, okay? So once you have those, now you need to write a bio, a highly individual, something we help our clients with. Apply for a free initial consultation if you want our help with that. Couple of pointers. Don't write bullet points. Really, really important. Sorry, don't write blocks of texts. Do write bullet points. Because if you ever sign into a dating app from a woman's perspective and you look at men's profiles, the bios are a complete disaster. I like hiking. It's ridiculous. Even just by using bullet points, you stand out. And then you have to talk about what you do in a really, really, really enticing manner. Now, the bio is probably only going to make up 10, 20% of your overall success. 80% at least is going to come from well-crafted photos. And it's really a piece of art. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of profiles over the years. And at some point, you just get really good at detecting what works and what doesn't. And then obviously we have the prompt section on Hinge, Bumble, and I believe Tinder has it now as well. One category you have to avoid is anything negative. Anything negative or too deeply emotional. So basically you want to have a balance when it comes to the prompts of 2/3 fun and lighthearted, and then 1/3 something real and deep and meaningful. Not deep in a negative way, but I care about X, Y, Z. Feeding pigeons, a cause I'm devoted to, feeding pigeons, for example. Feel free to steal that, it works, trust me. And then you have to learn to use the platform properly. You have to understand the algorithm. By the way, here's a very specific recommendation. You only have to swipe right 10, maximum 20 times right per day, per app. You don't need to swipe right 50 times per day. Really not necessary. You can, and you can test what works for you. But for example, I have a client, he runs a tech company in San Francisco, and I said to him, we have to protect your dopamine at all costs. You cannot be spending, oh good babe, you cannot be spending 45 minutes a day on this and then have it mess with your dopamine, because it's like soft adult videos, if you get what I'm saying. You get all these spikes. Remember, Andrew Huberman says that reward preceded by effort boosts testosterone. Reward preceded by effort boosts testosterone. When you do an approach, you'll never get a crash from that because it elevates your dopamine levels, it elevates your testosterone. But on dating apps, you're getting a reward with no effort. Because swiping, looking at notifications, your brain does not register that as a reward, so you get a temporary spike and then dopamine drops below baseline. That's where you can feel exhausted, you know? It feels like Harry Potter, a Dementor sucks the soul out of you. That's what happens when you spend too much time on social media, passively consuming content. Long-form YouTube content is amazing. Check out our Spotify podcast, by the way, as well. That's great. And if you must consume Reels, watch our Reels. Now, set yourself 5 to 10 minutes a day on Reels. That's okay. More than that, your dopamine levels will suffer and you will get exhaustion from that. Same on dating apps. You want to limit that to 15 minutes a day. And by the way, it only takes 15 minutes a day for one quality date per week. So if you want us to help you with that personally, if you're a man who really, really, really wants to find the right person, you're kind, intelligent, you're educated, you don't have an ego, you're willing to put, or if you have one, you're willing to put it aside and learn, you're willing to put in work. I have zero interest in working with people who are going to be a pain in the ass. We will go to the end of the world for you to find an amazing person. We have the best client testimonials because we know what works. We know how to get you the dates, help you move things into a relationship. We have a proven systematic process. But we really only want to work with people who are actually serious. So if that's you and you want to find an amazing person, apply for a free initial consultation. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.